Alright everyone, this is Joshua David Fritz from the FSU clan, Officer of Recruitment and Training with my clanman Trollin, FSU Trollin.
That's me.
We're fighting a grassy flatland 2 vs 2 as Russia and Britain, and we are facing Prussia and America. My army consists of 5 line infantry, a general's bodyguard, 2 heavy cav, and 4 light cav with 5 rifles and a elite infantry.
And I am Trollin. I have 5 light dragoons, 1 general's bodyguard, and then 5 line, 7 skirmishers, and a militia. They're gonna die.
Our plan of attack is pretty simple. I decided to bring no missile cav whatsoever, which is a rarity for me. But it lets you practice a lot of other skills besides that, because many good players just rely on their missile cav, which is not what you should do if you're playing against a very good player. At this point, because I don't have any missile cav, I'm not really going to be able to help my clansmen very well. But if need be, I'll send some heavy cav over there and they'll do some significant damage. But I'll lose a major arm of my resources because I don't have any missile cav whatsoever.
I don't think I'm gonna need any help.
Yeah, he won't. But if somehow he failed completely, then that's what would happen.
I'd rage quit.
You would. My plan of attack against the the American army, it's pretty simple. I'm going to push up my rifles and engage their front with them after using a bullet sponge tactic. And I'm going to take the advantage on that side and force them to focus on the front. And as that's happening, I'm going to have both of my flanks push down on their sides and crush them from the outside towards the inside of their army. Just a note, I have many units in this army, more than usual, that inspire. And because of that, even though the Russian line kind of sucks, and the riflemen aren't really special at all, they're not going to rout easily at all, because there's so many units that inspire them behind them. For instance, the Cossack, Ottoman Cavalry, the Garde des Cheval, and the General's Bodyguard, and not to mention the elite guard unit, all inspire, so the Russians are not going to rout rather easily. That's my plan of attack, and before I do so, I'm going to let Trollin tell his.
I'm gonna shoot at the Prussians with my soldiers. Yeah, but basically I have the same kind of attack plan. Except I'm gonna try and run my cav up behind his lines and use my skirmishers to outflank this camping enemy and not run into those stakes.
Watch out, you have American long riflemen.
Yeah. So we interfering?
We are.
Oh, this is an interference match.
I never said anything.
Oh, I didn't know. You switch your mind back and forth.
I do, don't I?
My God.
I don't like to engage my heavy cav against rifles because they're not really fast. I usually like to engage them against steady targets.
Like rocks.
Yeah. Them.
Hey, if you distract those long riflemen, I'll bring up my light dragoons and shoot at them.
By the way, a tip with Russia, their best trait with their line infantry is actually how they are. They have like a major charge bonus with it, and yeah, they just broke. But the main point behind that was to keep them from setting up stakes, as my cav got there. Oh look, lag.
But just not to mention those guards with the flower helmets. That's when you know you're a good soldier. When you have flowers on your helmet. Those foot guard guys in a DLC.
By the way,
they're pretty good.
When you're charging rifles or really anything with cav, especially light cav that can't really take a grinding match, you really want to just charge them and then exit the battle, because then you can just reposition yourself and recharge in. This is what I call the breakthrough and backfire with my light cav. What happens is you break through their line, run behind them, and you have one infantry unit that meleeed them, and you just hit the unit that was meleeed by the infantry unit.
And he is moving up his long rifleman.
I see it.
If you wanted to know.
I was kind of paying attention to that side.
Oh!
You set up stakes on that side, ooh. As I said before, though, the best thing to do with Russia is just melee, melee, melee. Because that's
I'm gonna
the
hit their
only thing that
backs.
they're really good at. So.
Hold fire for a second while I just.
I'm gonna melee them. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Fire. They only.
Well, I'll keep their
Russian
fire
line
off.
only has 35 accuracy, so if you could, yeah, you just keep them in melee, dude, and they'll be dead in a minute. Cav right there. Stakes are annoying, but the second you get past them, they're nothing. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, one thing I didn't know was stakes block bullets.
They do. Stakes block bullets, and therefore, if you wanted to hold a position but not really do that much damage to the enemy, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, but can be used in a very effective manner.
Like if you're camping with mortars,
yeah,
that's the thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't condone that.
I was about to say.
Unless you just feel like trolling. Which I'm in that mood a lot. And my guy is not getting into light infantry formation.
As I said, a really good tactic is to try and melee light troops with line infantry if you're playing as Russia. And when they start to run away, just send a cav unit right behind them and hit them. And they're going to get hit by the cav unit, which may not rout them immediately, but they will then get hit by the line infantry unit that was chasing them, and that will almost definitely rout them.
I don't know if you guys are watching, but if you saw me throw my militia in the just kind of waste militia, yeah, if you didn't know that, that is an actually really good tactic, because his riflemen fire on that militia, and then my riflemen have a clear passage straight in for the kill, especially since he didn't bring his troops out of he didn't bring his troops into light infantry formation.
That's only when you're really outnumbered on rifles, by the way.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I take minimal casualties.
It's true.
I hate you northern folks.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Well, I haven't engaged really anything yet. And by anything I mean my heavy cav. I haven't engaged. They're the people that are going to be doing the major damage against them. And quite honestly, what's better? Something that you need to note, a lot of people really bish and put their rifles right in front of their line infantry, and I can understand having one line infantry behind, let's say, like 5 or 6 rifles, something like that, to protect them, and that's all well and good, but if you're starting to approach like 6 line infantry versus 6 long rifles, that's such a waste of the line infantry unit, because someone could easily outflank you. So, put in my 2 cents right there. Well, actually, I'm doing it right now, aren't I? The American is not going to have a good day.
I don't condone killing Americans.
I don't condone it either, but thankfully, it's a game. So,
Yeah. They say the next level of game is real life.
yeah, I'll give you some support with those Russian players. By the way, for all of you campers out there, camping is not a legitimate tactic in a 2 versus 2, okay? Because, quite honestly, it just lets the enemy 2 players put a lot of fire on you. And, like, concentrate their forces on one person, so they'll lose more people, or they'll lose less people, and they'll make you lose people. So, as I said before, the best thing that Russian does is melee. It's really all it does well.
They don't play very well.
Well, in a jungle match, I guess Russia would be pretty decent, wouldn't it?
Run, Fergusons, run! Yeah, and if you see on my flank that I am doing really bad with my skirmishers, part of that is my dinosaur mouse. It's for like the Windows beta. Which...
Okay, I think it's time to end this game with my heavy cav. By the way, that's a great tactic. Engage your just a mindset that you should keep. Engage your enemy with less forces, and then bring in your final forces, your heavy forces, and end it. So,
and I just got my guy to rage quit.
that's always good. If you get your guy to rage quit, you're doing one of 2 things. You're either raping them, or you're trolling. Alright?
Oh yeah. And I'm both.
Yeah, because he's FSU troll. Don't forget that.
It's Trollin, but... And he just got his guy to leave.
Yep. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, can you
we'll
charge
finish
in
this
your
out.
Hussars? Because
It's
I
not
am
like they were doing
still losing these Jaegers. I don't know why my Dragoons are losing to Jaegers. I blame television.
It's always an acceptable excuse. Alright,
Yep.
we're good. This was a good battle.
Back in
just
old country.
Something to note. Yeah, something to note. If you're ever going to play a 2 vs 2, you have to help each other with cav. Infantry if possible, but that's not necessary. Camping never works. Don't
And
waste your
TV
line
rots your
behind
brains.
rifles. TV does.
Except the Discovery Channel.
Whatever.
Pay your
this was an
bills.
FSU team commentary. Shout out to our video taker.
That guy.
Yeah. He's always doing good. Pistola. And beyond that, good game. See you next video.